Good morning, my wonderful people. I got a lot to cover in this short video, so make sure to watch and listen to everything I'm going to say. To be honest with you guys, I want to go over the news and all that kind of stuff, which I'm going to do momentarily. But as far as the charts, if I was actually to get into showing you charts right now and saying, okay, here's some setups for the week, it will kind of be a miss because right now, due to the situation with President Trump, there's no telling what's going to happen. It's going to change from day to day. It's going to also depend on whether which country actually is cooperating, which country is not cooperating, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really going to be tough for me to go over that, which I'll go over it and I'll show you some things that I possibly see. But don't be surprised if the market is still leaping like frogs in a hot pot. Okay, so let's kind of go over some stuff so you guys can kind of take a look. Here's ACAD right here, and I'll move myself out of the way. Here's ACAD. It's in a box, so it looks like it potentially, on the long term, can go and break out of this zone right here to the upside. And then make sure I'm going to go over the news. There's a lot of news coming out this week, especially on the CAD. CAD is one of those that's going to have several different news events coming out this week, so be careful of that. But anyway, if I was to take a trade without the news and worries, it would be a one to the upside. It's already starting its uptrend. Now it's consolidating. The next thing is waiting for a breakout. Okay. So that's what I will be thinking about. Right here, we have this higher low right here. Here's a low. Then we got a higher low right here. So therefore, if this pulls back, it looks like it could bounce up. Okay. But the AUD also has some news this week coming out. Right here, we had the slant pattern, and I told you guys slant patterns always pop up. So you can see the slant pattern right there, and it's broken through. It could come back, retest this line, and then go up. Okay. Again, be careful of CAD. CAD has news this week, so I wouldn't look at that one. Swiss JPY, nothing there. This one, nothing there. Nothing. And then I'm going to go to the ocean wave as well, see if we see anything. Nothing there, nothing there. These are, see how it's just all over the place? It's because of the tariffs. Okay, the tariffs is making it terrible. Now this one, if I had to choose, I would still sell to the downside. Let me show you what I mean right here. So I'm seeing this box right here. Okay, so it may go chop box and then drop a little bit more. Let's check the daily on that one. But it has dropped significantly already, so it could be due for a pullback. But I wouldn't try to get it like most people here. They'll say, "Oh, I see strong support right here," and you do. I see it too, but yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, right now ain't one of them times. Okay, ain't one of them times. So just be careful, guys. That's all I'm telling you. Just be careful. This is some crazy trading weather. Now here's one where we can't. Sorry, disregard. What I was going to tell you guys right here. I see a shoulder. I see the head, and then I see the shoulder. And this is CAD JPY. I'm sorry, GBP CAD. So I was going to say this is an upside down or reverse head and shoulders. Here's the shoulder, here's the shoulder, and here's the head. So basically, what happens is it'll consolidate and boom, shoot up out of there. So that may be a nice setup. If it wasn't for CAD news, and like I said, I'll get to the news in just a little bit, y'all. Let's see what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is another huge head and shoulders. You can see it on the 4-hour better. So basically, this is what I mean right here. Let me move myself out the way. So you got the head, you have a shoulder here, and then you have the head down here. And this is where the reverse head and shoulders. Here's your head, one shoulder, one shoulder. Kind of like a cyclops. This one's kind of lopsided, but it's still a head and shoulders. Okay, so basically, slant pattern is also taking place on this one. So we're looking at a upwards pattern. And so GJ may be good for up move sometime this week, which I took a trade for you guys on the copycat and did about 40 some, almost 50 pips on this one on last week. Towards the end of the week, that was Thursday or Friday, I got you guys about 40 or 50 pips on this move right here. It's in that support, and it bounced and closed it out, but it was heading to the weekend, so you don't want to hold it because Monday comes, you don't know what's going to happen with all this tariff stuff. But Like I said, if I had to choose and got another shot at it, I would be on the buyer side of this one right here. If it remains respecting this trend line, see what I'm saying? So you got your support, you got your trend line. So if it bounces and respects the trend line, it'll be heading on up. Okay. This one here, don't touch. I wouldn't touch it. I see it down here and I see all that support. I see what y'all see, but that don't mean squat to me right now. See, this is what I mean. They're selling off like crazy. So the sell off on this could continue due to the tariff war. So don't just be a person who's only looking at patterns. You got to look at the environment in which you're trading. And right now, it's really not a good time to be trading a lot of these pairs because of the tariffs. They're being impacted by the tariffs. The tariffs is making it terrible. You feel me? Terrible tariffs. That's what you call it. The terrible tariffs. Hold on one second. Terrible tariffs. Terrible tariffs. I look so cloudy on here. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't show me clear. I don't like that. Anyway, moving along. Right here, nothing. I don't see anything worthwhile. It could continue up and probably see that on the ocean wave as well. So let's see. I see that arrow to sell, but I wouldn't sell it right yet. All right, so again, this is another one that could break through here and continue up. I see that. We're checking on Ocean Wave. In fact, let's check it now on Ocean Wave. But again, this is the CAD pair, so y'all be careful. Like I said, CAD has a lot of news, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. So let's go here to Ocean Theory. All right, and you see it's already crossed up. Let's check the 30-minute. And there we are. That's exactly what I'm telling you guys. See? A lot of these are going to keep trending up. They could pull back to the main wave and then trend up, continue up. So I'm just telling y'all, man, y'all better be careful, bro. Y'all, a lot of y'all like to jump in on stuff. No, I see a setup. I see a setup, Uncle P. I see a setup. Okay, it's going to set you up, bro. It's going to set you up. Okay, I'm warning you. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, so nothing there. The dollar is under pressure because of the tariffs. And let's get to the dollar as we can see how it's crashing because of the tariffs. Tariffs is doing this, the tariff war. Once the tariff war gets over, then it's going to rebalance. And this is why for those who want to be copied on our trades, let us help you with this. We had a fabulous week last week, as you can clearly see. I posted everywhere. I posted results and stuff like that so you guys can see. Because some of you guys, you're not ready for this level of turmoil. You're just not ready, and you're just going to keep blowing your accounts. So this is why we have the earn as you learn situation. You can earn as you learn so that you can learn as you go and, you know, feel this thing out. Because I'm just telling y'all gonna blow these accounts because this is just stuff y'all not used to. Okay. Let's go to gold. Gold, for an example, let's take a look at gold. Look at gold. If you catch it off the 1 hour, it was extremely accurate. I'm waiting for a sell error on the 1 hour because it's more trustworthy on the 1 hour. But you can see that gold is at an all-time high. See that? It's at an all-time high. We'll move over here. All-time high. It's never been this high. Why? Tariffs. Once the tariffs settle out, watch this thing probably crash back down. But right now, trying to sell it, I wouldn't. I would try to find a way to stay within the trend. The trend will be your friend with gold. Let's go to Ocean Wave. See what I mean? There we go. So let's go to the 5 minute on this and see. Let's play that 5 minute. You know what I mean? Just play that 5 minute. Just watch that 5 minute. And every time, long as it's staying above that, just keep buying. Just keep buying. Just keep buying. That's all you need to do. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think a second thought about it. Play the main wave. Ocean Wave is really, really good, to be honest with you guys, for gold. It's really, really good to follow. Playing that off the 5 minute time frame. Because it's so volatile. I mean, it's not that volatile. Once it gets in motion, it gets in motion. You'll see when it gets sideways, that means it's a turn of direction, and that's exactly what happened. It consolidated, went down for a little bit, but once that thing started going, it was going, okay? Now, the 15 minute is also great. You can see right here. So probably 15 would be better. All right, so 15 right here, you see that kind of stop hunt and then just fail. But then guess what? When the buy came in, there you go. So you can do 5 minute or 15. 15 will probably be more solid for y'all. Okay, let's move on to something more important. Let's get to this stuff because I got to go over this. By the way, If you're interested in the futures project, we got that going on for you guys, and that will be starting this week. Okay, that will be starting this week. You see me posting trades live. And even when I wins and losses, because I told you guys, this tariffs is tearing up these markets as well. You can see everything is like a accordion. But the good news is, you being hopped in, we'll get in sometimes real quick here. We may be out in 5 minutes or less in some of these trades, guys. So just come and attend, and just look over our shoulder and see what's popping off. Because for me, till this tariff war is over, I'm looking to just hop in right here. That was been a good enough, about 200 to 1,000, depending on what you're trading in your account. But that's quick money. So this is why we're bringing in the futures project, because you can make very, very quick money in no time and not even worry about all the other stuff. You know what I mean? So when you combine the Forex Copycat and the futures program, you got something good there. You got something good there. Okay. Now let me get to the news, like I promised I would do. I think this is it right here. So if you want to be copied on our trades, just go to our website, superezcopycat.com, and you'll be able to get to that. And then if you want to go to our other website for the futures project, for the futures trading program, and I made it dirt cheap so everybody can afford it. And I don't want to hear no stuff I can't afford. Yes, you can. Anybody can. Charging way less than a lot of people, and it's dirt cheap for everything you're getting. Okay. So anyway, this is our website right here, futrix.com. Okay, futrix.com. When you click on the sign up button, just sign up. And once you sign in, there'll be new tabs right here. So you'll collect after you sign up, you click on the login with the username and password you created during the checkout process. Then you're going to click on the login tab, and while you're on that login tab, just all you need to do for today is just complete the first 4-minute welcome video. It will have everything you will need to know, because tons of questions always come in, and then it was already answered within 4 minutes. So watch the 4-minute tutorial video, and you'll know exactly what's going on. Okay, you'll know exactly what to expect. You'll know where to find the links for everything. All that will be right there for you. Okay. All right. So let's move on, and let's get to some other things that we have to cover. Okay, because I'm trying to keep this video short. All right, let's go over the economic news. Here's the economic news for this week. Take a screenshot of this, because this is going to be vitally important for you guys. Right here, you can see the NZD has inflation numbers coming out on Monday. You have the AUD coming out with RBA meeting. That's kind of like the Fed meeting minutes, where they have their discussion on what the plans are for their future, interest rates. To be honest with you, this is probably low risk, because they already came out and kept their interest rates the same. I told you one of the things to keep in mind is that when the U.S. Feds raise interest rates, then the others tend to follow. If the U.S. Feds lower interest rates, then the rest tend to follow. If the Feds leave their interest rates alone, everybody tend to follow. So realistically, it's not a surprise or anything I would worry about. The inflation would bring a little jolt in the market, but not much. This one I really wouldn't worry about. Now, CAD is coming out on Tuesday, and CAD is coming out right here on Thursday Wednesday. CAD is coming out on Wednesday with their interest rate. So they're going to be hit twice with the two biggest news that any currency can get, which is kind of cool that they're doing it back to back in 2 days. So, you're done with them for the rest of the month. But yeah, they got the inflation and interest rates coming out. You got GBP coming out with inflation numbers, CPI numbers, or customer inflation numbers. This is an inflation coming out for the euro. Euro is also coming out, so they're getting hit twice as well. Okay. So let's tag that up, because they're getting hit twice. Okay. So the euro and the CPI is coming out. All right. And then JPY is coming out with inflation numbers. Now, here's something I'm telling you guys you might want to consider. So let's go back over with the ocean wave. See how accurate the ocean wave is calling things? Let's go to the 30-minute. Okay. This can help make you some good profits, because right here, you see when it calls it, it calls it. When it goes, it goes. It looks sideways for a little bit, and then it goes. So this is another way that you can actually just see, like this one here. If it wasn't for CAD news, that would be probably, let's go to the 15-minute, and there you go. See, it said buy, and see how that thing shot up and now it's pulled back. And some of you guys say that don't look like a lot of pips. Actually, it is. Let me show you this right here. So told you to get in right here, shot up to there. That was 70 pip move. See what I'm saying? 70 pips right there. So what I would do, man, I would just play the ocean wave for a bit too, because some of these you're gonna try to reverse them. Look at that big old move right there. Called it way back here, went sideways. Look at that. Ooh, my goodness. Y'all see what I'm saying? So right now, to be honest with you guys, if you want my honest opinion, I would ocean wave a lot of these right now. Look at that big old strong move. Because what happens is you keep trying to find reversal points. Me too, I'm guilty of it. But you keep trying to find reversals, and this thing don't want to reverse, not right now. So a lot of the pairs that are trending, they're going to stay in that trend for quite a little while. Okay, quite a little while. So see this? Boom, called it way beforehand. Boom, that was huge pips. Right here to here, that was 267 pips. So imagine you hold it, and then boom, that thing went up right there. So this is telling you when to get in. If you don't see it nice right here, then just leave it alone. Okay. Look at this, called beforehand, right here, shot up to there, and that's 264 pips. So to be honest with you guys, like I said, man, I'm just telling you. Now this one is calling for a downside move. It may pull back up a little bit into the wave, and then I will sell for a drop. See what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Sell for a drop. There we go, right there. It's telling you in advance. Telling you what to do in advance. Okay, in advance. Pull that thing tight and you'll see I'm right. Boom. Okay. See this? Below. That thing about to blow. It's going below. Okay. See what I'm saying? Just see that big move? It's just, now see how this is telling you, hey, it told you to stay up in that trend, and you're trying to short it or sell it, and it's telling you, no, bro. No, bro. Let me shrink myself. All right, there we go. See what I told you about that CAD? There you go. See, the dollar is losing and that's staying strong. So what I would do, man, if you got the ocean wave, I would just check them both, just to be on the safe side, just to know you're on the right side of the trend. Just go hop on your ocean wave system, because a lot of you guys already have the ocean wave system. If you don't, go to our main website, superezforex.com, and you'll be able to see it. Look at that. See, what if you sold what this told you to sell? What if you bought when this told you to buy? So right here, I see no reason why you should be selling right here. What I'm saying? Why would you sell? Not yet. Not yet. Not me. I'm not fooling with it. I will be a buyer. Make me a liar, but I'm going to be a buyer. I'm going to buy. Look at this. This told you way back here. And that's 1,500, just almost say 1,600 pips later. It told you. Look at this. And look at this. This is not slowing down. Okay. All right, you guys. That's about it, man. I think you guys got enough out of me for today. I'm tired. And the day just started. I'm already tired. So, see, I'm still in my little onesie with my hat. So, I'm going to let y'all go. And again, guys, we have the copycat and we have the Futrix program. So, many ways to make money in this market. You ain't got to be a one-trick pony. That's what I learned. All right. Talk to y'all later.